Hey folks, Dude here. Okay, today's video is, well, me addressing something posed to me by Boss K. Boss K said, dude, could you tell me a little something about gravity knives? Why, yes I can. Okay, essentially the gravity knife is also known as the Fallschirmjäger, which basically means, in German, parachutist knife. Jäger, of course, means, well, hunter, or indescribably, it's probably one of those crossover things where German is really weird to keep tacking things on and making the word longer and longer. That's where you get words like Modelwerkenstationstrasse, which basically means model store. That means the model store on this street in this part of the town, and it's a word that's about that long. Do you really need that? No, it's German. They're Germans. They do stuff for weird. And I've got a German last name, but they're just weird people. Very analytical, very technically minded, but weird. Very weird. Okay, well, neither here nor there, and, well, back into the subject what we need to address. Here is your military issue. That would be your Messerscharp Truppe. Basically, that means, well, that's your troop knife. One, you got your military designation, and all that good stuff like that there. Let's see what it looks like. It's in a box. I bought up a bunch of these. I managed to sell off a bunch of these, and I really don't need them. I had like 10 of them. Okay, so basically you got your cord, you can attach it to yourself, and all the good stuff like that there. These, these are badass. This spike, well, it's a secondary defense weapon, but it's actually intended for you to be able to take apart your, like, risers and whatnot, and it's basically intended like a marlin spike. It is ice hardened, it is harder than hell, and it is not playing. Okay, now, long and the short of it, what's it sound like? Why, it sounds very positive. It's a little new, so that's basically the long and the short on that one. Notice the construction. Well, you know what? I'm going to take this apart, show you how these guys go together, and make it done right. Notice the stamping. They mean business. It's an ice-hardened carbon steel, stainless variety, very high carbon. I don't think it's going to rust real easy, and it holds a really good edge. Notice the spear point. So if you're hung up in a tree, you can, well, what they're originally designed for as a parachutist knife is you're hung up in a tree, you need to get out of dodge, you're locked up in a tree, you got the enemy forces, well, circle around underneath you, you got to get free. One-handedly, you can cut yourself loose and fall down like crap out of a cow's ass until you finally go, ah! Maybe not like that, but it gets you out of trouble one-handedly. Okay, so there's a takedown button. You push the takedown button, and come on, don't make me look bad here. It's new. It's very new. Come on, guy, work with me here. Okay, it's gonna fight with me. Oh, man, this one's too new. It's not gonna do it. All right, but there's a takedown button, and, all right, well, that guy can sit right there. All right, there, of course, is the actual company that makes these. That is known as Eickhorn. Eickhorn makes all these. It's just some of them are military, some of them are not military. This would be, oh, hell, I think this would be more like the civilianized version, although they really don't like selling knives to civilians. That's Germany. It's just the way they are, man. Europe takes away all the good fun stuff, man. They really do. It's just the way they roll. The EU sucks. Okay, so basically, same deal. You got the takedown button, and, notice, major difference. Yeah, it's coming up just a little short, and the handle is, well, it's smaller. The military one is beefy. This guy is smaller, but you can get these. Usually you find these, it's got, like, a hook shape cut out on the blade. It's intended for fire departments. Yeah, like, you really need a gravity knife for a fire department. You know what? You're getting on my nerves, man. You're going to have to open up. It's not doing it. Alright, well, this one's not doing it. I really wanted to show you how these guys come together and come apart, and they're really cool. Alright, now there was another version that came out. Colt. Colt contracted with Eickhorn, and this is going to be really hard to show. And I don't think it's going to show up very well on the camera, but I'll try. I will really try. Mr. String, go back in the box. If you look really closely, you can see the squirrel. If I can find a picture of the squirrel, I'll download it and I'll post it somewhere in another video, or I'll add a link to it, okay? but you can see the little Eickhorn squirrel. And, of course, the little Eickhorn squirrel basically says it was made by Eickhorn. And the biggest difference for this Colt one versus the other one, 50-50 serrations. And, of course, it says Colt. It's got the rampaging animal. That would be your horsey. And it's the same flipping knife, except it says Colt. CSAR Colt Search and Rescue. Got the rampaging Colt since 1836. I don't think Samuel Colt was really engendering, German gravity knives, but, oh well, alas, I digress. Okay, so basically you got, let me get in the frame, you got your military, you got your other military, you got your, well, civilianized version, and I got like 3 of these, so I'm not selling them. I'm sorry, they were very hard to source. What was the other one that came before that? Well, probably about the same amount of time, some Chinese guy said, oh hell, I can make this. Why, yes, he can. Yeah. Ick. Yeah. It's, I mean, when you come down to it, they all rattle, but you tell me which one sounds better. German? Chinese? German? Chinese? And I think they actually do say Chinese on there somewhere. It's just not a very good execution. And, well, to tell you the truth, it's really not even something I would even utilize. I mean, yeah, okay, possibly you could possibly even use it if you're hung up in a tree in China and you need to get out of Dodge and you're hung up in a tree. And it's just crap, man. It really is. There's so much better stuff out there. These are very hard to source. Usually you can buy these on eBay now as parts. You know what? I'm going to get a screwdriver because I want that sucker to open up. Give me 1 second. Alright, screw with me, Bubba. You screw with me, I'm going to screw you right back. Okay, now the problem is, it's new and it's tight, and it just doesn't want to go. But I really wanted to pop this sucker off and show you who's who and what's what. But it's just really, 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 really tight. And it's really not wanting to do it. And it's really fighting with me. And it's really, really fighting with me. But you know what? Damn it. Alright, well, I know I'm cursing. Okay, the reason why I want to take this apart was, it's just very, very cool. This cover slides off. The handle is actually hinged, and it telescopes open in 2 directions. There's a pivot, and you can actually clean the inside of this thing out. It's really, really well engineered, but man, I'm telling you, this thing's been, it's just annoying me. That's just flippin' annoying, man. That's really just flippin' annoying. Well, anyway, note to self, next time make sure the things work before you fire up the camera and start doing this stuff. But man, this is really just chapping my ass. And I don't like to have my ass chapped. Oh, it decided to be nice. Blade in, folks. Note to self, blade in. Okay, here's the cool part. Opens up. Blade. Blade. Come on, blade. Alright. Note to self, blade. Blade has to be messed with. Alright, well, I'm not doing this probably the proper way, but it will come out. Alright, now, essentially, it opens up. You can take the blade out. You can clean out all the guts and put it back together and do all that good stuff. See, it's actually got like a guide rib on it. That's pretty cool. It's got a little guide rib on it. And, come on, not cutting self in the process. Alright, alright. This is probably like one of those things where you're going to have like 2 Germans to do it correctly, and I'm only one German of American heritage. Hey, what do you know? That almost kind of worked. Alright, so let's see if I can do this correctly and not jam the crap out of myself. Probably not. It's not going to happen today, folks. Well, anyway, you know what? That's one of those things that I call fate. You say it's not going to do it, you're not looking at it, and just like little kids, animals, and, well, explosions, they all happen at exactly the wrong flipping time. Notice I don't have any kids. Alright, well, you saw me kind of take it apart and do it kind of almost, sort of. You know what? I'm probably just really out of damn practice playing with these things. Good times.